Hello, it's Frat from Consulta Process Excellence team. Today we will quickly analyze an order-to-cash process running on Oracle by using ARIS Process Mining. This analysis has built on real-life process logs from Oracle ERP system. Analysis in the ARIS Process Mining can be easily customized to provide needed answers to various business questions. For these particular analyses, we used an anonymized dataset covering almost 10,000 unique order-to-cash process instances in order to represent the case that we have in real life. Let's proceed further with the analysis. The first analysis group we will review is the Process Explorer. In this analysis, we can see essential information to start process mining, such as the average number of cases and activities per day or average throughput times regarding the order-to-cash process. In the chart below, we see the monthly trend of average values throughout the year regarding the process volume. We also place the distribution of average throughput times. Here we can clearly see that even though half of the processes are completed within 28 hours, 10% of them have an average output time of 3.5 months. Now, let's take a look at the Process Explorer. Processes do not follow the same path every time in real life. Each unique path, we call it process variants. What distinguishes a variant from another can be activities that are included or the order of the activities. Based on the discovered variants, ARIS Process Mining shows us the different paths that our process follows per each occurrence. By default, ARIS Process Mining shows us the most common path that processes have followed, and this path represents approximately 31% of the cases. Let's go a bit deeper by looking at different scenarios. Now, we can see the other paths that our process takes. By clicking on a bar in the variance chart, we see the different variants. This is the most common variant of our process. We can easily see the throughput times and case counts of the variants in this analysis. It can be seen that different variants have different process flows. We can conclude that our process is not very standardized, even by the order of activities. So how can we measure whether our process flows as required or not? This is where conformance rate comes into play. On the next part of this analysis, we can observe how our case is conformant to the reference process. We can see that our order-to-cash process has a conformance rate of 31% on average throughout the year, whereas it reaches 57% at the end of the year. We have 19 individual conformance issues, and for cases with those issues, throughput time increases by an average of 2 weeks. It's a dramatic difference that shows us the importance of process standardization. We can see most of the issues caused by the order of activities. Let's check which conformance issues affect the most. For example, peak confirm activity occurred after auto-invoice for 320 individual cases, and the throughput time increased 3.68 months for those. By only fixing this issue, overall performance can be enhanced 56% and have an average throughput time of 0.8 week. Let's jump into another analysis, cycle time. Cycle time is a measure which is used to describe how long it takes to run a whole end-to-end process by defining duration between starting and finishing of it. By the Process Explorer widget on the left side, it is possible to filter down scenarios and observe how process cycle time changes. And here we can examine the trend of cycle time with the standard deviation and fitness value throughout the year. We can observe that at the end of the year we have the maximum fitness value. Since we got more conformant processes, standard deviation of cycle time decreases as well, which means standardization is a convenient way of speeding up the process. The next one is activity-based analysis. Dimensions are quite useful components of process mining, which allows us to analyze the process in different aspects. By using dimensions for filtering, it's possible to see activity cycle times of process by customers, facility, shipment source location, and payment status. It can be easily seen that order entry activity takes dramatically longer on average, and it has the maximum standard deviation of cycle time among all. Let's check how cycle time changes by customers. We can see that order entry activity for customer 1's orders takes longer than the other customers. For example, let's see how order entry cycle time changes if the order came from customer 1 and shipped from 59. We can see now this activity was completed faster, but the cycle time and standard deviation of the cycle time are still quite high. We can confidently conclude that there's an opportunity for improvement here. Now let's check the process volume analysis, where we can dive further into delivery performance of the process. One of the most critical performance indicators for a typical order-to-cash process is delivered quantity versus requested of a particular order. At the top, we see the average requested and released quantities for the selected time range. We also see how number of the order per month changed throughout the year. Let's review in full delivery performance. In this scenario, just as it is in the real life, not all orders have one type of product. If the order consists of more than one type of product, delivered amount seems less than requested by customer, whilst single product orders deliver more quantity than requested. This can be an insight for a potential improvement point in product combinations. Also, it's clear that delivery performance rate is not flat among factories. As a conclusion, there is a room for improvement in delivery performance. Last part of the analysis is customers. This analysis gives insight about our customers. By a quick look, we can see that customer 1 and 4 are our favorite customers, as they have greater share in sales. Also, product 2 is the most demanded product with 41% share in total sales. Let's check the cases in terms of payment status. We can see that process cycle time increases almost 25% if the payments are late. One of the first questions to ask is how process cycle time changes by favorite products and customers. While orders for customer 1 have the shortest cycle time, which is a good thing since customer 1 is one of the favorites, for customer 4, orders have the longest cycle time among all the rest. In this tutorial, we have reviewed a typical order-to-cash process based on a generic data flow on Oracle ERP. By using ARIS Process Mining, we can analyze end-to-end business processes quickly from scratch and easily create countless analysis by the dimensions we have in the process. We can have a quick start for our process improvement journey by seeing which activities take longer, which are missing or repeating, and how they affect the whole process. Process improvement is also a process itself, and ARIS Process Mining provides a great opportunity to do it in the most efficient way.